everything I think we approach with like the idea of it being a single, at least up to this point of our writing and in our band. So, whether there is like a discussion like, should we come out with something heavier? Like we're in the mood to write something a little heavier. We're in the mood to write like something more with a sing along or something more structured. Or sometimes we'll just go off on a limb and just get real progressive with a song and just see where it goes. But everything's kind of comes from the mindset of it being a single, like I said, up to this point. So.
Yeah.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Metal Maniacs podcast. I'm Jay Ingersoll, and today's episode is brought to you by our sponsor, Dave Stark at Stark Real Estate. They do real estate right. For all your real estate needs, click the link in the bio. Tell them Metal Maniacs sent you. With that being said, today I invite some guys from quite a haul from the east side of Michigan, so I appreciate y'all's time and energy for doing this. We checked you guys out in a reaction episode, which that's usually how the flow of it goes. Check you out in a reaction episode, and if I really dig your shit, and then you guys were like, hey, can we do an interview? And I'm like, let's figure it out. So really enjoyed your shit. So welcome Ghost in Motion to the Metal Maniacs.
Thanks for having
us
so
much.
Dude.
Thank you for having us, Jay.
Hell yeah. Thanks for coming out. I know it was a drive. Like I said, played Battle Creek last night, so I had quite a drive on my hands as well. So nice little 2-hour drive, but I appreciate it.
You guys have a good turnout?
It was a bang. I mean, the way you want a show to go, it's the best it could have went. It was like packed in there. Fucking, we played awesome. You know when you play awesome and it's good. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
you just feel it up there. It's an energy.
An end of day, like even if there was 10 people there and we played good, that's all the fuck I care about.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, like obviously you want people to like see your band, right? But if you play well, that's kind of everything I hinge on. Like, did I play my parts well? Did we play well as a whole? And
absolutely.
That was at the Music Factory.
Yep.
Yeah, great venue.
Yeah, that was actually the first time I was ever there.
Sweet.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's a nice venue, huh?
Yeah. Oh, dude.
Great
like,
stage.
Sound system and everything's great in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a dope place. But that's a weird location because it's not on the way to anywhere.
Right. Yes.
You know, like Kazoo or, you know, you just hop on the highway and fucking boom, you're in Kazoo or, you know.
Yeah, it's like an industrial area through there. It's like you wouldn't even know it was there until you're like turn and you're like, oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You know?
There's this weird like 2-lane 55-mile-an-hour thing for 25 miles after you hit Grand. You know, it's just a weird out of the way place. So that's probably. And Steve's invited me there multiple times. You know, Steve from Metal Fest. He's like, you know, always having shows and shit there and all that. And he always wants me to come to Battle Creek and stuff. But I'm just like, man, it's tough because it's, you know, it's not really on the way or anything. I'm way the fuck over here. You guys know. So But before we get going, you want to just go around, say what you do say your name and what you do in the band, just so we can get acclimated with the voices.
Absolutely. I'm Robby. I am one of the vocalists in the band.
My name is Camm. I'm the other vocalist in the band.
I am Devon, and I play guitar.
And my name is Preston, and I also play guitar.
Okay, 2 guitars and 2 vocals. Yep. First time dual vocals on the show, so
sweet.
Let's go.
First time
for that.
Let's go. Records around here.
And I do want to commend this, and I want to say this right off bat, just because it was something in my mind as I was listening to you guys' tunes. I'm a stickler on the show. If you guys ever listen to the show, if anybody has, they're probably sick of me fucking talking about it, but I'm still going to die with this flag in my hand.
Yes.
That, you know, especially nowadays, I mean, you guys got 2 fucking vocalists, but some of this music nowadays, the vocalists don't shut the fuck up. Like, I'm just not a fan of deathcore because of that, because every vocalist is trying to do this vocal acrobatics over the whole fucking time for all 4.5 minutes. They never let the guitar shine. They never let the drum shine. You know what I mean? So, but with 2 vocalists, you guys do a great job of letting everybody else kind of have their thing and let the music breathe. So I just want to commend you guys for that because it's something I noticed. You figure with 2 guys, you got 2 motherfuckers now clogging up the whole fucking system.
Right.
Yeah. Well, we weren't always like that, you know. It kind of was with time and progression. We kind of got better with like, hey, let's let this section breathe a little bit and let them guys just vibe out, you know. And
absolutely
came with time, I guess. So yeah, we appreciate that though.
Yeah, we really appreciate that. Thank you.
And you guys do a fucking hell of a job. All you guys do an awesome job at what you do, and we'll get into all that. But why don't we just start at the beginning? You guys had your first single, at least that I could find, that came out on 4/20.
Yep.
2019.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seems like there's a reason why, and we'll get into that. But you want to take me a little bit about, or tell me a little bit about Ghost in Motion going up until then, like how it all formulated, a little bit of the past history, stuff like that.
Yeah. Basically, we were all, or at least me and Preston, we all played in different projects at one point in time. Devon was in a band called Al Gore coming up in the Flint scene. They were super sick. They were kind of like a Suicide Silence sound, Black Dahlia Murder, like that type of music. And then Preston was in a band called Outside Heart, which was like a heavier band, kind of like a Casey Strain. And we were both in a band, dual vocalists in a band called Sheridan, which was kind of like I would say we were like similar to like a Day to Remember metalcore type thing. So we were playing shows with Preston for years in both our bands and in the Saginaw scene, Detroit scene. And our bands disbanded, no bad reasons or anything, just kind of, got out of the loop of things. And we started writing together. And then later on we met Devon, and it just kind of all formulated from there. We took Matt, our drummer, from our band Sheridan, and he kind of followed us through too. And we've just been writing ever since, and seems to be, it's kind of really nice because we were all in pretty good projects. It's hard to find like multiple, like to have 2 projects where everyone kind of is cohesive with each other and get along. It's kind of hard to find nowadays. So
I'd say the chemistry was definitely there.
it was there right
Yeah,
away.
right
And
off the bat.
it was nice to find that again, like to think like you had that before, but then you find it in another group of guys. It's super cool.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's always a
Feel
good
the
feeling
same
when
way.
it kind of clicks right away too.
Yeah, for
It's
sure.
just
Yeah.
like you get in the room and you're like, okay, this feels right.
Yes.
That's big, just kind of having that feeling.
Yeah.
Um,
We're all goofballs and are
that's
into like the same
awesome.
humor and stuff.
that's
So
that's
Yeah.
great, dude. Yeah, because sometimes it like just hanging is cool too. You got to be able to hang with the bros too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
absolutely.
Absolutely.
So, let me ask you, because it says, your descriptor is kind of like metalcore, rap metal, new metal.
Yeah.
And then like on your MySpace, it says trap metal.
Oh yeah.
And then you guys have a DJ?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We
Recently
just
just added,
incorporated one. Our boy Schizo.
So y'all a 7-piece now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah.
He's played 2.
We gotta have big stages now.
Yeah.
so-
All
Yeah.
right. So first band with 2 vocalists, first 7-piece on the show. So you guys got some awards coming.
Nice.
Let's
go. Love
Had a lot of 2 pieces on the show, but fucking first 7-piece. That's dope though. So so tell me a little bit about like the incorporation though, like of stylings, because it's like
Sure.
rap metal, new metal, like tell me
Yeah.
where that comes from, and then getting all the guys on, because one guy might love death metal and he's like, yeah, I'm not gonna do the rap and shit, I can't do that. But
Yeah.
like seems like now we got 6 guys, and then we'll just exclude the new DJ, but you got 6 guys like, let's do the rap shit too. Like,
Yeah, so like I think I can speak for all of us when we say this. We all kind of like all genres of metal. We didn't want to be boxed into one. And then, me and my brother carry a lot of rap influence. So the DJ and all that just kind of carries with that, and it makes that just enhanced. But pretty much we all just agreed at when we started this band, like we're going to do whatever we want. Like, so that's why we're all over with these genres that you see. We're just like, we don't like to really be boxed into one thing. We like one song is metalcore, one song's going to be deathcore, hardcore vibes. Another one might be like a trap metal like type of vibe. So, you guys want to add to that? That's just kind
Yeah,
of how
it's-
I feel about it.
I'd
but-
say Camm had the most rap influence with the band and everything. I mean, he's the one that listens to it most and everything.
Mhm.
And he actually started his own solo rap thing going on too before the band's kind of started getting going and everything. He's got a few music videos out there and everything.
cool.
and
Dope.
so
oh yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of how
Good plug,
Schizo
Preston.
got into the
Yeah.
mix too. Our DJ is he was producing Camm's rap beats,
Okay, cool.
and he's always been into like heavier music and stuff. Always been a fan, and we always kind of threw the feeler out there, like, hey, what would it be like having a DJ or whatever, And he just hit us up one day. He's like, I got the time if you guys are still interested, and we're like,
That's dope.
yeah.
Mhm.
We sent him some demos, and he just kind of came to practice, and we kind of did some live stuff with him, and he just really ingrained really good into our system. So
Yeah.
it's awesome.
It's just cool because like the new metal thing's almost coming back. you
Yeah,
know.
yes.
My band in 1998, we had a DJ, dude.
No,
So
Yeah.
that's dating myself some, but I mean that's
Dope.
when that shit was hitting, like the Limp Bizkit thing.
Mhm.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
that was
Right.
when new metal. Like
Very
that's
true.
all you could fucking hear about was new metal. Like,
yeah,
death
Mhm.
metal almost wasn't even in existence because of new metal at that time.
exactly.
You know?
Oh,
So,
yeah.
It was like the
Um,
mainstream music. Rock was new metal, you know.
Yep, absolutely. But yeah, man, I like you guys' style. I love how you do that. At first, you know, the rapping, it was kind of like, I don't know, just because I always come from this death metal thing, you
Sure.
know, mindset. But with this type of music, because I have FL Studio, I fucking have probably 500 beats on my computer. I used to make beats for all kinds of rappers, record
Nice,
music
really?
videos.
That's
I
awesome.
did all producing in there, like fucking. I have tracks and tracks. I got my own solo fucking rap CDs and shit out. Like
Right
there's
on,
one
dude.
sitting over there. So
Right on.
like it's in my blood too. Like I love the hip hop shit too, you know.
Nice.
So just sometimes it's like, how do you mix them in a flavorful way
Yes.
Correct.
that sounds good? Because not many bands can mix these styles. You guys do it really well,
Thank
and
you.
we'll get into it as we start to go through some of these songs.
Mhm.
But I feel like those are kind of hard genres to mix to make them sound good.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Because me personally, I just think sometimes the rap can almost kind of come across a little bit like out of place
Yes.
at times, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yep. Oh yeah.
So
It can be kind of boom pappy and just,
Yeah.
like, not really vibe with it too good. Yeah.
so does that so does that lean into your choices of picking and choosing when it's time to rap then over certain songs?
For sure. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like there's just like certain pockets where you're like, okay, this sounds like it could have some rap part on it, or maybe we might add a more of a rap beat instrumental to a certain part to give it more of that vibe. But yeah, there's just certain parts you're like, nah, we can't rap on this. We got to get some screams on this. Or something.
Yeah, it just doesn't fit right.
Yeah.
So how does that approach with you guys as far as like writing the guitar parts? Like you know, thinking about those kind of vocals as well. Is that something you take into consideration when you're riffing or what?
Right. You know, writing the rap beats is really easy to me. I don't know. It's like, I mean, you could riff out on it all you want, you know, but I think it sounds best when you're just chugging on it, you know, just chug a few riffs here or there and just whatever sticks, you know.
Keep it open.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep it like an open
Yeah.
groove, you know.
Yeah.
I feel like it's easier to do things like Camm said in the pockets and add that hip hop, you know, cadence out over things when it's more open and bouncy. So
I mean, obviously that has a lot to do with the drums too.
absolutely,
Right.
yeah,
Like, 'cause
yes,
He's kind of leading the charge when it comes to those hip hop parts, right?
Yeah.
100%,
Very true, very true.
100%, yes.
Because I noticed a few of the parts where it changes on at least one or two of these songs where like you could tell that part specifically for that because of the way the beat he plays and then the bass over the top or whatever, you know. So,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But so when I listened to your song that came out on 420, based around 420, awesome bong hit on there, by the way.
Yeah.
This, like you said, you guys were trying to kind of figure out your sound, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I lost my page here. But of all the stuff you have, this is kind of the most rappy one. Like
Yeah,
the oldest one had the most rap. It was like kind of like half and half almost, where it's like had the heavy riffs, like the genty stuff that you guys do in between.
Yeah.
But there was a
Yes.
lot more rap. So tell me how this song came about and kind of why was that the first single?
Well, they just sent me an idea, and it was just the beat in the beginning, and they had, you know, we use program drums, so the drums were kind of mapped out already, just to give me an idea of what they wanted, and then I put it on my computer at home, and I just started jamming with it and stuff, and started coming up with some cool ideas, and then they all came over, and they're like, "Oh yeah, that's cool. You should go with something like this," and they just kind of mouth the riffs to me in my ear, and I just kind of play what they're hearing and stuff, and it ended up turning out to be really cool, and we just ended up structuring this cool, you know, song with it and everything, and just turned into what it is now, you know. But
Are we all smokers in the band?
I used to be.
Oh,
I wasn't
in the
band. I
You're a
wasn't
retired
actually in the
smoker?
band.
Yeah. we all were at the time, so we're like, we gotta
Mm.
have a cadence for all the smokers out there that follow us and stuff. So it was just a fun song. It wasn't real like super serious or anything that we took a lot of time into. It just like everything flowed from the structure of the music to just the structure of the vocals. It was just really, really clean and easy and fun. And it was just a really, really good session.
Yeah,
really
it's
quick.
definitely kind of just, we were just kind of going for more of like a party fun song, like
Yeah.
some Attila vibe, you know, kind
Sure.
of something along that lines. But yeah, and most of our songs are very serious, and we try to have like a message behind them. But that was just like, we're gonna have a good time with this song, you know.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I always start from the very first thing I can listen to over the band because I like to see the evolution, and there's a lot of evolution in you guys' band, at least from what you put out. You know,
For
Yeah.
sure,
I
for
see
sure.
there's kind of a gap in one, and we'll get to that as well too. But you know, it's still really good for like a first song to show people.
Yeah.
But it's also like I didn't know what I was in for because the song that you guys sent in for the reaction, I think it was the Unity Peace one, right?
Peace, yep.
So it didn't sound like that. So I was kind of taken back a little bit. I was just like, oh,
Oh,
this
yeah.
is way different. This was because there's not as much like rap on that, even though that's kind of what your moniker says, you know?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But after reading you guys' bio and then hearing you say that, like, I believe you said that, Cam, was like you're just trying to do all these different styles, right? Like,
Yeah, and like even if we don't have a rap part, there's still gonna be like rap. Like if there's not a rap instrumental in the song, we're still gonna have rap like vocals. You know, it's
Yeah.
kind of what that, you know, sometimes is how we play it. But yeah, just wanted to like point that out there. Like we might not always have like the No Game is Safe trap beat playing, but we're still getting some rap parts in there in some of our other songs for the people who like that stuff too. So
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a great mix of everything, and I don't think the rap is overused. Because I think there could be a time where it could become overused almost. So
Yeah.
I think you guys use
Yes.
it just the right amount to keep it in there,
yes,
but you
yep.
still kind of stay true to being like a fucking heavy band most of the time, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And then as we get in later, a little bit more than just a heavy band too, because there's a lot more to that. So just a single at first. You said program drums because I noticed on this this first single, NGIS, you said program drums, but I did notice there was like the trap hi-hats on this one, at least at the beginning, where it doesn't kind of go to the real sounding hi-hats. It's like
Yeah.
that really with like the 16th or 32nd rolls almost in there or whatever. I was going to ask how you guys did that, but the whole thing is programmed then?
Yeah, we like to use samples. But yeah, most of the time we use program drums. I mean, I've been using a program called Splice recently. It's just a bunch of people that upload
Loops and
samples.
shit?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
they use, and we'll just go on there and just snag something that we're hearing or something, you know, and just put it in the track.
For like the rap parts or like the
For
trap
everything,
parts?
pretty much.
Yeah.
Oh, they do metal shit on there too?
I'm not sure. I haven't looked anything up.
Oh,
that's
okay.
Really
Okay. I got
Yeah, I
metal-wise,
think it is
but-
more or less for the instrumental parts,
Yeah.
just to get it more poppy and
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That makes sense. So then your drummer just learns the parts then?
Oh,
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Most of the time.
He'll write some stuff too, but yeah, I mean it's
He'll
typical.
modify
Like
it.
I was gonna say, it's typical. Like the guitar players are like, "Yeah, man, here, check this out. We wrote this for you," and he's just like, "What the fuck, guys?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, dude, I don't have 3 arms. I
Oh,
can't
yeah.
hit a tom and a cymbal and a snare at the same time.
Yeah,
Exactly.
right.
Yeah.
Our
Yeah.
drummer is like the LeBron James of our group, and I'll say that to like till we're dead. He can like sing, play bass, guitar. He can drum. He can do like everything.
Yeah, he's a
Yeah.
And
well-rounded musician.
he just, you know, we just give him anything, and he'll be like, "Okay, I'll learn it."
I just do it.
Oh, yeah.
Programs his brain to do
Yeah.
it somehow.
Oh yeah, he'll definitely. He's not a quitter. He'll complain about it, but he'll try to still play it that way.
Yeah.
Done, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we
Absolutely.
Like those. Well, that makes sense then. But cool song. I do feel like your rapping voice reminds me a little bit just because of the association, a little bit of the dude from Linkin Park.
Okay,
Just
yeah.
a little bit. Just
Oh, yeah.
vocal wise, not like rap style or delivery or anything, just your
Okay.
voice when you rap.
Interesting. Okay.
Now, Robby, you're not rapping at all?
No, I haven't been in any of the latest mixes or any of the latest tracks, but I do have a lot of rap influence. I used to rap when I was younger and whatnot, but I just kind of leave it to Cam, you know. Sometimes I'll add in, you know, I'll add screams in, do little ad libs here and there, or you know, I'll rap. I'll help him live with some of his rap
Yeah,
parts.
live
Yeah, like the
performances.
backing.
Exactly,
For sure.
exactly. I'll finish some of his sentences for him and stuff, kind of like Proof and Eminem, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
but yeah, I haven't as of late haven't got on any rap parts yet.
But Cam, you're doing the clean singing, or are we both doing the clean singing?
We kind of both do the clean singing. I know in a Unity piece, we on the soft part, we go back and forth with the clean vocals and the spacey part at the end. And we kind of just do that live as well. But for the majority part, I'd say probably like 80% of the time I'm doing cleans, and he chimes in with it every here and there. So
Yeah.
But you're also doing the heavy vocals too, right?
yeah, but he kind of, I would say, leads that end of things
Okay,
now,
sure.
and carries the load with that. So
Okay.
we kind of even it out. But he's my brother. Like we
Like
kind
in
of,
real life?
yeah, this is
Okay,
my blood
sure.
brother.
Yeah, okay.
So
Yeah.
we're like have this like intuition when we're on stage. If like I'm getting tired, like you need to say something. Like
Yeah.
come on, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like
You
hop
got
in
me,
here.
bro. Fuck.
Yeah, like we
Right.
both can tell when we're getting tired. So like we just kind of pick up and like freestyle for the most part, honestly, live. But yeah, it's I don't know. We kind of have that connection where we just pick up wherever we need to.
Yeah.
You know.
Our drummer Matt sings really well too. He does a lot
Yeah.
of the harmonies,
Okay.
Yes.
like in the softer parts and everything. So he does really well with that.
That vocals from
Absolutely.
you, Preston.
No, I
No.
don't say that.
He can sing. He's just scared too.
He's like, I'll just stick to the guitar. I'll
Yeah.
just fucking fly with it.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
Pretty
when I'm
much.
for you, he can sing.
Nor are you, Devon. You know.
I just do the chants,
Oh, okay,
But,
yeah,
but
sure.
like it looks cool, but it probably sounds like yeah, you know what I mean? Like, we'll breathe.
Yeah, like that meme, the fucking guy with the hand up.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, for real.
Well, Devon's that guitar player that's mouthing all the lyrics. You know.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
I
Yup.
like it.
Yeah, I was watching a couple live videos. You guys fucking get down, so that's fucking awesome.
Thanks,
Oh, yeah.
man.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, so then obviously for 2019, the world changes by the time 9/1/21 and the End of Indifference comes out. That's the next single. We live in a world of singles, but why singles?
So like a kind of our approach with the single thing has been to kind of build a fan base by just dropping singles. Because if we were just to drop an album with no fan base, like nobody's gonna hear it. So it's kind of been our approach with that, and we probably could have went a lot harder in the past, like first drops that we had with promo side of things. But we're learning as we go with that, and we're getting a lot better with that. So, we're starting to see a little bit more, I guess, traction in our following by doing that single thing. But pretty soon here, we are going to drop an EP or two and kind of have more of a full project. But that's just been our approach, like thus far, is just trying to get a fan base so that when we do that, people will actually be there to listen to that. So
Absolutely. Because what do you guys got at this time? How many songs do you think you guys have written, even though you're just putting out singles? I mean,
we have 7. So our plan is like I'm gonna be releasing. We're gonna try and release an album with all of our songs that we have on Spotify.
so far.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then there's a couple that we were gonna add in there. So I think so far we have 7.
Okay.
And then we're gonna release an EP with all the newer songs that we've released on that one
Okay.
too. So
But I'm just saying, like, so when these songs came out in like 19 or 21, you guys are thinking about playing live. Obviously, you're not playing live with 1 or 2 songs, right?
Right.
No,
Right. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Most of our stuff that we've been playing for the duration of our live shows have been songs we've had for a while that we wrote pretty quick together. I would say some
just
of them were
didn't drop
before.
them yet, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah, we just
Yeah.
it took us forever to drop them. Just between life and a lot of us have families and stuff.
Sure.
We don't really have the the luxury of putting 100% of our time into it. Preston, he runs a business. Camm runs a business.
Yeah.
We're just trying to find which it's doable to gain fans and do things with schedules like that. It's just we're trying to find our niche, and what we can do with the time that we have. So, between different things happening, we just, sometimes it falls out a little bit, but we're always writing. Preston's always shooting us new material. That's why I think like once we get back into the groove of things, we kick out so much material, like in a small period of time, just because we've been sitting on it for a while.
Mhm.
They really get time to fester over it and come out with a cool product. So
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, that makes complete sense. Like if you release an album, who's going to listen to it?
yeah,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You put
Absolutely.
all this work into an album, fucking album art, 10 songs, and who knows, like, if y'all got shit going on, you know how long 10 songs takes to try to get together?
Absolutely.
It's like,
Right.
who's
Absolutely.
going to mix it? It's just like on and on and on.
Yeah.
But yeah, going into the End of Indifference, like, so what did COVID do for you guys? Did it really fuck you all up or?
For sure. Yeah, just like anybody. You know,
especially being a new band, like right before COVID, basically too, right? You're just kind of getting up and going around that time.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you guys had that Volumes Xavier Woods show, right? That got
like right.
Oh yeah.
that got canceled right.
So
right
Volumes
then.
is like my personally probably one of my favorite bands outside of us, and like we were about to play a show with them at the Crowfoot before that happened. 2020 hits, like no more shows, this and that.
Yeah.
We're like, dang man, you know. So like that was kind of a setback, just kind of stuff like that I'm sure that everybody was facing too, you know, just wondering what the hell was going on in the world. And, you know.
Yeah, whatever you believe, just the unknown for everyone, you know, it's just whatever you thought was going on. It was just like, there was just a really big stagnance there for a minute of just like, well, let's just see what happens for a minute. And then eventually things came around and we're like, you know, at least in my case, I was like, I need to do something with this, you know, like we're all cool with it. Like, let's get together and just keep doing this and and trying to keep our minds right, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. But the End of Indifference, the production is a little bit different on this one, I noticed, but obviously when you do singles, that's just the way it is because there's probably, well, now, like, each one of these songs were recorded or produced like at that time, right?
Right.
So it's not like you're doing 5 and then just one later, right? Yeah,
Exactly.
So, of course, the production is going to be a little bit different. Not as good or bad. All you guys' production is really good though. So at least you know sometimes when you go back and listen to old shit, I don't want to show you guys my first CD, even though a lot of people, are like that shit rules, and I'm just like, no, it sounds like dog shit. But thanks, whatever.
I get it.
We understand.
You know, but at least like you guys have fucking, you know, all good songs to show. Like you know, even your first song, even though it might be a smidge, you know, of growth there, like you guys have grown since then. And you can at least say that, but it still sounds good and it still represents your band. But the End of Indifference is a little bit. It is different, at least from the first one. Going back to what you said, Camm, about trying to incorporate all these styles, but very heavy. Like gent influence. Were you playing 7s or 8s?
7s.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Trap F.
Motherfuckers tune so low now I can't even keep track. Drop Z. I don't know what the fuck. I just bought a 7. I'm like, I don't even know what to do with all this. Like, fuck, man. Like,
So much stream.
Oh yeah, we surf on tunings like we do on our songs, man.
Yeah.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, we play an A, G, F, then baritone E, 6-string baritone E, 8-string E, drop E.
Yeah.
So you just got a gang of guitars on stage?
Yeah. My wife loves it.
That sounds like a fucking nightmare, man.
That's why we have so many interludes, guitar changes.
I'll tell you what, someone's got to do it, and I'm glad it's you and not me. That's all I Give me my guitar in case the fucking string breaks that's sitting over there, and the one on stage. That's what I want to do. But,
Exactly.
No, it makes for a good experience though, being able to switch like that. You know.
It gives different vibes, different, you know. And I did notice though with the 7 though, like it's a different inspiration, right? When you grab a different guitar, like you're like, okay, now I'm just not going to be in these same patterns I'm used to writing in 6 because I'm looking at this same fretboard the same every time, and then you add that 7th string, and I'm writing shit. I'm like, oh, this is pretty fucking sick. Like I didn't even think I would come up with this, but then when you add in the different tunings and then the different chord structures and stuff, it's definitely great for inspiration for sure.
I agree.
Absolutely.
But yeah, the End of Indifference, dude, this one gets super fucking heavy. I loved it. The layered vocals on it are sick. You guys do fucking awesome job when like one of you is doing the high and the low. Like that always speaks to my heart when you just get as nasty as you can with that. Awesome cleans. Seems a little more straightforward, a little more refined, more like a metalcore because you have like a chorus.
Yeah.
You know, you have like an actual songwriting part, right?
Yes.
There's also a vocal in this one, if I'm not mistaken. It's like this weird yell screamy thing, and it doesn't sound like anything else that's done. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but it's just a nod to like you guys' ability to try a bunch of different vocals to make it interesting without overdoing it.
Wondering if it's like your prog screams that he's talking.
He kind of does this like it's kind of like almost a yell scream type thing, and it's only for one line, and it's after like a bunch of other patterns, but it just happens like once, and it happens twice in the song, but I'm just like, that's cool because it's like, let's try that, let's see how it sounds, and it sounds fucking cool, right? Like,
awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, man.
And then I love how on this one when you come in, the intro is almost the outro on this one, right? Like the intro is the same as the outro, but the outro turns almost into like a breakdown heavy, whereas the intro, it's introduced but it's just like, oh, I heard that before when you get to the end. It's almost like a book ending, right? Like you put the intro, outro on.
Yes.
You guys, that's a fucking awesome job you guys did with that. So.
Thank you.
Are you guys mostly just writing together, or what does that look like?
Yeah. Sometimes I'll have them over and we'll brainstorm and, you know, come up with some cool ideas to start with and stuff and everything, you know. We record mostly at my house. I have like a little studio set up upstairs in my house. And it's nothing huge or anything, you know. I mean, but we usually come up with all the good ideas up there in my loft area. But
yeah, Preston does all the mixing and mastering. Like we've never really outsourced yet for like a master or anything like that. Not that we're opposed to. It's just he's in his progression over the years has just been immaculate. Like I think he does a really good job mixing and mastering our stuff.
You did a great job, dude.
Thank you.
Because just me producing stuff and mixing and mastering, for one, I know how much of a pain in the fucking ass it can be.
Yeah.
Because you're like, does this still sound good? Wait, did I just fuck that up? Like,
Right.
you can fucking turn knobs all day. You know, you get the analysis paralysis too. Like, I need to buy fucking $4,000 worth of plug-in. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
It would sound better if I owned that, I think. It's
Yeah.
like,
For sure.
That's for sure. Presto, when I come over, he's like, "Man, I got this new plugin,
Yeah.
man. This new neural plugin."
Right, yeah.
See, I know how the game works, boy.
yeah.
I get it.
Yeah, every Sunday, like he got a new toy. He's like, check this out.
Yeah.
It's
It's exciting.
It's the never-ending game,
Yeah.
man. That's
Yeah.
fucking, you'd be chasing that plug-in forever.
Yeah.
But,
a
dude,
lot of times I was gonna say me and Robby might come with an idea to Presto, and we'll just like be mouthing out a lyric or a riff, just bump, 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 just do something like that. He's like, okay, bump, 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 bump.
Yeah.
Like he plays it perfectly,
Fuck yeah,
exactly
dude.
how your mouth says it,
Yeah.
bro. And it's just like, I don't know, it's pretty cool having that cheat code to
that's
Language
get
of
your
our,
ideas
music.
out.
Language of music.
Yeah.
I mean, that's our language is the dat
Yeah.
like we all know what
Yeah.
that is, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Everybody else is like, why are you making that noise? What the fuck is that sound you're doing? Dude, it's a riff. I'm telling you, it's gonna be sick though.
Right.
Yeah.
Wait till you hear
From
it.
that,
Right.
sound like you were just scatting over there. I don't know.
Yeah. Right.
All right. Fucking awesome song though, man.
Thank you.
And then so this one kind of like you guys turned right around on this from 9/24/21 in a spot of bother,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
This one's fucking cool too. I love the low pass fade thing. You did that, right? It's fucking
Yep.
cool. I loved it. The fucking artificial harmonics on this one, the squeals, you guys getting your fucking dime bag game on this one, man.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking super cool. Love the riffs. This kind of almost to me, it's like I'm kind of hearing a little Slipknot in there with some of like the vocal approach.
Absolutely.
There's definitely the style. There's like a 2/4 style beat where it's not a thrash beat, but it's more like this kind of beat. And then you guys go into more like a fucking 2-step. Very great touch, and then you're kind of like just doing this 8th note chug over the top of it. Kind of a simple thing, but sometimes them simple things are the coolest fucking things.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Uh-huh.
Just
And then-
hits.
And then you guys do this breakdown at the end, and it like makes my head do this, and I love when that happens because you're kind of like playing this like breakdown groove, and then all of a sudden you switch to this weird rhythm, like right in the middle of it, almost like it is at the end of 4, where it's like that would be 5 or whatever, but you switch this rhythm, and I'm just like, man, that is so fucking interesting and cool. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, because sometimes it's hard to explain
I know what you mean.
people's music to them because I'm hearing something and you guys know it. Or sometimes I'll be explaining somebody's music and you're like, yeah, I don't know what you're talking about because I haven't listened to that song or even thought about that song in 8 years or whatever. It's like, oh,
No.
well, sorry, I thought it was sweet. So
I think he's talking about when we go into like halftime with that breakdown at the end.
Oh,
yeah, but
yeah.
it's like the rhythm switches, like the guitar
It is.
rhythm switch is weird in it, but
I know
it's
what you
like
mean,
got a
yeah.
cool flow, but it does get kind of jerky, but it just goes. I don't know. It was just a really cool thing. I was like, that is fucking sweet.
Yeah.
Fucking,
Thank you.
if I was as
Thanks,
good
man.
as you, I'd steal that. But
Hey,
the
whatever.
best form of flattery, right, bro?
Yeah, right.
For sure.
Yeah, so that was 21. You had a couple singles out then. So how do you dictate what you guys want to do for a single? Like, how do you choose? Because obviously you got 5 songs you're working on, right?
Yeah.
Like this, I mean, unless I'm wrong and you're like, oh, we wrote this song, it's just, this is the one we're doing.
No, it's whatever's done.
Yeah, we just
Yeah.
That makes it easy.
So, Sometimes we have songs that like need vocals. Sometimes we have songs that are like maybe 2.5 minutes long, and it's just kind of ends on a cliffhanger, you know. And we're kind of like, where do we want to go, you know, and like how do we want this to sound? But once everybody's satisfied with it and everything, we're like, all right, this needs to be released, you know, and we'll just release it.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah,
well, that's an easy way to do it.
It's so hard for me to like sit and write something with the thought of, is this going to be a single or is this going to be like an album filler type song? Like, I still haven't gotten that like aspect in my mind down yet to where I'm like, this is single worthy or this is, you know, album filler worthy or whatnot. So
yeah.
Everything I think we approach with like the idea of it being a single, at least up to this point of our writing and in our band. So whether, I mean, there is like a discussion like, should we come out with something heavier? Like we're in the mood to write something a little heavier. We're in the mood to write like something more with a sing along or something more structured, you know, or sometimes we'll just go off on a limb and just get real progressive with a song and just see where it goes. But everything's kind of comes from the mindset of it being a single, like I said, up to this point. So.
Yeah.
That's a good way to approach it.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Just try to make a banger, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, as good as we can every time.
I felt like y'all picked good songs though for them. You know, it always makes me wonder. Like, I kind of want to hear the other 4 or 5 that are sitting around though, besides this one. You know, just to kind of hear them.
Yeah,
But I'm just weird like that because I'm an album dude. You know, that's just the way I grew up. You know, fucking listen to the album front to back. Type
Absolutely.
thing.
Yeah.
But also, like I said, it doesn't make sense for a new band or a band to gain traction with an album unless all of a sudden you got some push or something behind you too. Like
exactly.
An independent man is way fucking different. You know what I'm saying?
No,
absolutely.
And then the Unity and Peace, the one that you guys sent, that one came out on 1/17/2022. To me, I kind of felt like this is right where you guys are starting to hit your stride and you really kind of see. So obviously we listened to this one on the show. I didn't have any context with your band except the band Ghost in Motion sent us this track. That's all you know what I mean? Like, hey, check out our song. So to me, does every one of your songs sound like this? No. So that's what's different with your band. You know, some bands, Doom Band could send me something. Yeah, I'm going to get 8 more tracks like that, right?
Right.
And then you only hear it once on the show, so you get my like initial reaction. But then when I go listen to it 2 or 3 more times, this one, man, the production is just fucking leaps and bounds beyond the other ones already, just in this in 2022. So whatever plugin you bought, good job on that.
GGD.
No, it's funny because before you guys came, my buddy Eric Stroud, he plays fucking the Black Temple, and he does like all this crazy fucking like satanic death metal shit or whatever. He's from Grand Rapids. He's been a buddy for a long time, but he plays in all these bands and stuff. But he does his own production and stuff too. And we were just talking about the same thing where it's like, he's like, dude, at first my production sucked so bad because I had the analysis paralysis. I need 4 compressors, 4 different ones, and this. After a while, you realize you only need 3 things, and you can just use the stock shit if you really want to.
Yeah.
It's really about your ear.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like training your ear. It's not about having the new tool. The new tool isn't going to make your mix fucking sick.
Right.
You know, it may add a little dimension, but that's like only a percentage of what you're hearing and then what the other guys are hearing and what feedback. You know what I mean? Like
exactly.
that's the production game in the nutshell. It's all about your ear. It's not about you know, and you know, your ears can trick you if you don't have a treated room, don't have the right headphones. Because I use them now. I mix with them Steven Slate headphones.
Oh, okay.
Because my room's not treated in there. I have decent monitors, but I don't have no $2,000, you know, like studio monitors, and I don't have no $5,000 treatment in there. So I have every, you know, no bass bounces off my wall. You know what I mean? You start getting tricked with all that shit too, or you know, the fucking car test, and you know, how many times do you listen to a song before you give it?
Oh, I listen to it a bunch.
Yeah, 2,000.
Yeah, for sure.
And then you're like, this song sucks, and they're like, no, this song's great. You're like, I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, dude. I listen it on every speaker I have too. You know, I mean, I play it on my little JBL in the shower and make sure it sounds good, and the car. You know, but it sounds different everywhere.
Yep, that's always the fun part of it.
Yeah.
Oh, going back to the song though, I just love the little. There's like a part in there that was really cool.
That's Robby. Yeah.
Breakdown rules in this. The breakdowns. The chorus is really strong in this. Love the clean singing. When you guys do the clean singing, fucking, it really resonates with me. I think it's just a great touch, and you guys do it well. There's a lot of bands that do clean singing, and it's just I don't know, man. Or it sounds good on like CD, but like the clean singing it's hard to transfer sometimes live if you don't have the right in-ears or the right PA or whatever. It can be
Absolutely.
tricky. So.
Yeah.
Especially with the soft singing, like as far as having the in-ears, it's nice having the soft singing. I can hear myself a lot better when I'm singing, so I sound right. But a lot of times you can't hear just because of how they have you, all your levels live. Yep. You almost need your own sound guy, that knows when parts are coming up like that. So that's what's kind of tough with the softer singing, I would say. But
yeah,
I have fun. With it. Every time I record it, I think it don't sound good. Like no matter how many times I do it, I'm like, I don't like how it sounds, but I take everyone's word for it.
Yeah, we have to tell Robby every time, like, hey, that take was good. Like, you don't got to do it over and over again.
Yeah.
I think it's something about like hearing your own voice.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Because every time I got to edit a podcast, I'm like, dude, you sound so fucking stupid. Why would That's all I do is talk, and no one wants to listen to this.
Yeah, we're all going to be saying that later.
Right.
Why did it sound like that?
Yeah, why do I sound like that? What the fuck, man? Well, we got AI, so in the next Metal Maniacs podcast, I'll be talking like Morgan Freeman. There you
go.
I'll overdub it with the Arnold voice though first.
So how did the band begin?
But yeah, so this, like, listening to Unity and Peace Still, I'm like, man, I want to hear the album, bro. Like, this is where I'm like, I want to hear, like, 8 songs along this lines with this progression. Because I also noticed with this one, too, like, not that you guys didn't have melody before, but you're starting to bring in some melody. Like, there's some additional guitar melody going on with 2 guitars, like, layering, like, some interesting chord progressions. That's one thing I also noticed about the guitars, not just the vocals.
Yeah.
Like, you guys aren't just like fucking over there jerking off the whole time either. Like, you know what I mean? You kind of know when to maybe play a chord progression.
Oh yeah.
Like, you gotta know those things, like, just to like, we can be easy during this part. We don't have to fucking go overboard. I think a lot of people start playing music not for themselves and they start playing it for everybody else.
Right.
Oh, what's A, B, and C gonna think? And then you're just going down a rabbit hole that fucking you'll never get out of,
Absolutely.
So end of day, you got to think it's fucking cool. This is the one I was talking about, though, when I was talking about like the rhythms for the rap, because you do kind of have this rap part on here, but the drum switch and the bass switch is like almost drastically during this part. It's really rhythmic, really cool. There's kind of a chuggy guitar underneath or whatever, but it's a very very interesting part on how you guys decided to do that. But once again, this was after getting to the song. This is where I wanted to stress the patterns and the hooks and letting the music breathe on this, because, like I said, you guys do a great job, especially having 2 singers. Now, why do you guys think you approach the music like that?
As far as like letting it breathe, or just like being conscious of all that,
and then also having like choruses and callbacks, because that's another thing. Riff Soup's a motherfucker too, right?
Oh yeah,
because a lot of people are serving it up. I don't like soup, but I can deal with some, because like BT Bam's one of my favorite bands, and that's all you get is a fucking. They're more like a riff stew, but I can handle it some. Like I love Dillinger,
Absolutely,
right?
Sure.
Some people could do it well. Some people should just jam a bunch of fucking riffs together.
Yeah.
Right.
So, but yeah, going back to the question, like what do you think it is that makes you guys decide to approach the vocals like that?
I don't know, probably just like kind of having that metalcore influence, that we kind of like to say that's like kind of like our foundation with everything. Like, and then we just add stuff to that. But, yeah, I'd probably say from that, just like wanting to bring a hook back around, and kind of have a little bit more structure in that sense. And then just being conscious, I guess, of the breathing and all that. Like, kind of have to do that, because when you get on a stage live, like, you want to make sure you can do it live and everything. So, for that fact, and then also just to, like we said, kind of give them some face time and let them jam out as a band and kind of showcase how good of musicians they are.
Yeah, we all come from a metalcore like background. We all like a good open chorus, something that comes back around and something that the average music listener can appreciate, because I think you're right. Like a lot of times stuff's like riff soup and people are getting lost in the translation, and it's hard to follow along with. I've always liked music that had a balance to where you could be like, all right, this part's groovy, you can get down to it. Oh, that's some impressive musicianship. and hey, we can come together on this part that's just like real open and vibey and get down to it. So I think we just try to keep all that in mind when we're writing something, especially something with a hook in it that comes back around.
I think that's important in music. You want people kind of like singing your song when they turn it off.
Yes.
Right.
If you want people to listen to your music.
Yeah.
Right.
If you throw 14 riffs at them, they're going to be like, I don't really know. You know what I mean? It takes a special individual to like that. So it's kind of like, I think you're kind of restricting yourself. Maybe you want all just musicians to listen to your shit, so you play all this crazy shit. You know what I mean? That's why I like BT Bam, because like, yeah, a lot of people like them, but if you're a musician, you're going to like them a lot more because you're like, these guys are fucking aliens, you know? But if I showed that to my mom, she'd be like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I don't even know, so you got to kind of find that balance. I almost thought maybe it was because of the rap thing too.
Yeah.
Because rap is always verse, chorus, verse, chorus, maybe a little bridge, chorus, or whatever. You know what I mean?
Chorus,
verse.
Yeah, I mean, it very well could be from that subconsciously or something, but
Very, very straightforward song structures in rap, right?
So very true.
Absolutely.
But I also think that lends well to you guys' style. But again, thank you for doing that.
Yeah, no problem.
Because both you guys could be just fucking off the whole time. And
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if it's one of those things too, where like, I get it. You're on stage, you don't sing. It's like, what do I do? What do I do with my hands? What do I do? You know what I mean? Like, I just need to fucking yell. Like, you know what I mean? Like everybody else is making noise. Why can't I? Like, I don't know what it is. I'm not sure. It always fucking, and I might be the only guy. I got gray in my beard. I might just be over here in my own fucking castle yelling into the sky. Why do you sing so much?
Yeah, I hear you.
That's just me. I don't know.
You're good, man.
Yeah. Music's all subjective. That's what's awesome about it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
There's just certain bands that I want to like.
Yeah.
But the vocalists just ruin it for me, It's just, and it's not even that the vocals are bad or anything, I don't want to name no bands on the show. I'll tell you after the show. But there's certain band, and I'm not saying locally, but there's bands I want to like because everybody else likes them. Tons of talent there, but it's just like, y'all just don't have good songs, man. Because
I hear
your vocalists don't shut the fuck up, or or y'all don't bring anything back. It's 6 minutes of orchestrated pseudo deathcore black metal fucking, and then your vocalist is doing all these dinosaur noises for 4 minutes. I don't like. Am I watching Jurassic Park? I don't know what the fuck's going on.
I feel the same way. I can't get into stuff like that personally, but each their own, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is all subjective. So, and I don't blame anybody for liking stuff like that. I'm just
absolutely
that's the kind of things that I don't know. I just need a good song sometimes.
Yeah.
But then we go into 11722 is when Unity and Peace comes out, and then we go from that up to 92923. So, however many months, you guys can do the math, probably faster than me, but over a year. Well over a year before the next single came out. What was that situation?
I think just more or less probably just, like I said, getting the time and getting a plan together. It's like I said, it's hard to really sit down and get a good concrete plan together just with everyone's living situations. Not that anything's like super off. It's just people are busy. They got things to do. I think that's one thing that I think going back, we wish we would have done more, has been more consistent. Because I think if you're going to do the singles, you got to be more consistent with it, like as far as releasing. And that's something that we're definitely adhering to and trying to get better with, is just coming up with a plan, a concrete plan that we stick to. But I think it was just, the space wasn't really anything in particular. Just, I think we might have been out playing shows a lot more.
Yeah, I was going to say, we played a lot of shows that year.
We were playing shows a lot in the beginning, like just anything we could get, boom, 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 boom. And now we're just more trying to get more promotion geared towards and more like into the writing process, digging into the writing process and how we're going to release things and being more strategic about it and trying to not oversaturate the Michigan scene, trying to get more out of state shows too. Like we just went to Ohio, the Bridge in Ohio. We just played there Friday night.
Show.
It was awesome.
Yeah, Preston was telling me about that.
Yeah. So we're just trying to dig into different things. Not like, I feel like sometimes when you really get into it and you really are trying to structure things out, it can get a little stressful sometimes, and it kind of takes away from the fun of it. So we're just trying to find that good mix of working hard towards something that's still fun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you start getting on those deadlines and expectations come, and then it
Yes.
turns into I need to hurry up and A, B, and C, and then you're sacrificing your art for a timeline or a deadline or
Absolutely.
and sometimes that can be beneficial, but us
Yeah.
as artists, we kind of know that not always is that.
Yeah.
Even though we would all probably like to be more consistent with things, it's just life gets in the way sometimes, man. Especially if you guys are running your own business,
Yep.
family, shit like that. I get it, man.
Yeah.
I just didn't know if there was some kind of, shit happens in bands. So,
Yeah.
but
No.
the Deadbeat song that came out in 9/29/23. This
Yep.
one is a lot different than Unity.
Yeah.
Yeah. A little
like
more
a
angry.
You know, there's a fucking skank beat in this one with the bass,
Yeah.
like bass drum skank beat. Like
Yeah.
it's almost
Yeah.
like going into this like hardcore punky kind of territory.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of rap on it, but it's kind of more geared towards almost kind of like a hardcore song in a way to me.
Yes,
Yeah.
for sure.
I don't know if I'm hearing that right, but
Yeah,
No,
that was the
you're
intent.
right.
Yeah.
That was
Okay.
the
That was the
intent for
vibe.
sure.
And then the vocal switching is awesome on this. How you guys kind of just switch back and forth. I'm assuming it's a lot of switching back and forth on this particular one.
Yeah.
Couple grooves, short song. I noticed some of your songs are pretty short, but I do like that too. They don't have to be long. And then the breakdown after that skank part, super sick. And then the Discordy weird shit you guys are doing at the end with the breakdown is cool as fuck. Like when you guys are, I love those Discord. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
one of you guys do the pitch pedal on one of them too, where it goes.
Yeah.
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 I got
2 octave up.
Yeah, I got one of those. I love jerking off on that fucking.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun.
But yeah, that is a cool song, but it is a little bit different. So what was the approach with that one?
Just, I don't want to name any names or anything, but just different people, different experiences. Sometimes you get so into writing, from your own experience. Sometimes you like branch off and try to take other people's experience to come into corporation with your writing. So it was just someone that I knew of, grew up in a rough childhood, didn't really have her father around as much as she should have. So I just kind of built inspiration off that, tried to write something broad just for everyone that, has ever had that experience and then we just wanted to write something heavy, heavy as fuck and definitely hardcore influence. Just, we were just kind of in that mindset with, what I brought to the table as far as the meaning of the song. And we just kicked it out pretty quick. And it's one of the funner ones to play live. I think the crowd definitely, depending on where we're playing or what bands we're playing with, it's kind of cool having the mix of music we do because you'll get some of the hardcore kids out there two-stepping and stuff to, it gives a big mix of music, different vibes for different people. So we definitely get the two-steppers and the dancers out on that track for sure.
Nice.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like as far as instrumentally, there was no like structure with that one. We're about to just like freestyle and just
Yeah. I
kinda-
think Matt came up with the idea first with the intro of that song. He was like, I got an idea, and he mouthed it. He like recorded his voice, and he was like, I want to write a riff that sounds like this.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I could do
Yeah.
that.
Nice.
And then it just kind of took off after that,
yeah.
But,
Oh yeah. And then right, I mean, at least dates wise, because I was looking at Bandcamp. Or no, excuse me, you guys aren't at Bandcamp. It just goes on Amazon Music.
Yeah.
So literally what, like, am I wrong, or does this come out like 2 days later? Another Lunar Rose comes out?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Because it's like 9/29/23 and then 10/1/23. So
Yep. We did Lunar Rose.
interesting art on this one.
Yeah.
I was like, that it
Yeah.
wasn't bad. It was just like it was different than everything else that you guys had
Yeah.
art wise.
Sure.
I was just
shout out to our homie Billy from Splinters. He was kind of
Okay.
helping us in a pinch to get some kind of album
Okay.
work. But yeah,
Yeah.
no, he's did a couple of our album works and we appreciate them. They're definitely different and
Yeah.
Billy rules.
Oh, I love
Yeah,
Billy.
dude.
Yeah.
Those
We
guys
love
are
the
cool.
dudes in Splinters.
Yeah,
Shout
they're
out
cool
to
as fuck.
Splinters.
Yeah.
You guys were on one of their tracks?
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Death
what I
Wish.
thought.
Yep.
Yeah.
Death Wish.
Death
We
Wish.
did that.
Okay.
Kicked that out with them
Robby,
guys.
Yeah, because I think when they were on the show, they said they had said, "Yeah, you gotta get Ghost of Motion on here," and I swear that, and we'll talk about her in a minute, but Gabriella as well.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's my baby.
Because
that's his girlfriend.
oh, it is.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
no shit. Oh well, there we go.
Yeah.
She was saying they need to get your fucking band on the show, so whatever.
Yeah,
They're coming back on too, so
Are they? Sweet.
Absolutely.
yeah. But yeah,
very
Luna
nice.
Rose opening riff on this is absolutely fucking heavy, super cool. Another great singing chorus. Not just the singing on this one, the melody you chose, super important with the melody of the singing. Very cool melody on that. Middle breakdown, super badass. And then there's like, he's doing this really cool. I mean, the computer's doing it, but I'm sure he does it live. But like, you do this ghost note thing on there. I was like, that's fucking awesome. Plus, you can't even really tell they're programmed drums. That's what I like about anything we do nowadays. It doesn't matter. If your drummer's playing it live, I don't give a shit if you use programmed drums.
Yeah.
You know,
Exactly.
I'm not a fucking drum Nazi. I don't give a fuck. Like, if,
Yeah,
it, sounds,
right.
if it sounds cool, do it, man.
Yeah.
Because I know I know the process that it takes to like set up and record drums and mic all the fucking drums or pay someone to do it.
Yeah.
It's not fucking cheap, man.
No.
dude.
You got to go somewhere where they know what they're doing, have all the right mics, and you know, and then you guys want to do that like every year,
Yeah.
right? Like
Right.
it's not very convenient when we have all of these tools now that we can at least express ourselves musically. And if you got a drummer that you can just like, hey, can you play this? And he's like, yeah, I'll fucking play it.
Yeah.
Why not?
And we're lucky to have that. I would say he might change some stuff. Like the initial idea, he'll come in on like a Sunday when we get together, and he'll change everything around to like make it more cohesive to how he would play it, or a fill or anything like that. So it always changes. You know what I mean? Once he gets a hold of the mix, and then he can normally play it. By the time we start playing it live, he's got it down pretty good. So
Yeah.
So is he coming in moving MIDI notes and shit? Does he know
Yeah.
how to do that?
oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
He knows all
that's
about
nice.
production.
That's great.
Especially with the drums and everything, because like I don't know how drums are played. You know,
Sure.
Like especially when you're playing on a hi hat, it's like, oh, I tip here, I hit the edge here,
Yeah.
or whatever, and he
Yep.
just goes in and corrects all that for me
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
everything. You know, so it's nice.
Yeah.
One thing about Matt I should mention too, he's done all of our music videos for us.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's another LeBron feature.
Well, I fucking dropped the ball because I didn't even watch one of them, so I'm sorry.
Oh,
when you
it's
watch
okay.
him, just know that he's done every little bit of it.
I'll watch them after this. I didn't know there was any. I'm sorry, dude. I would have fucking.
Oh, it's all good.
Are they
man.
on your YouTube?
Just wanted
Ghost
to
of Motion
mention
YouTube?
that, 'cause
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
All right.
That's
cool.
another reason why it's kind of hard, or at least in the beginning process, it was hard for us to get tracks out because we were trying to do our own production, music video, like all this stuff we were doing in-house, you know.
Yeah.
So it took a little bit more time, I feel like, to do that, but we're kind
Yeah.
of trying to outsource a little bit.
Well, shit. Now you guys got 7 dudes in the band. Y'all should be able to do some more shit.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
That's kind of what we're finding
7
out.
guys, man. So fucking getting towards a basketball team. You can really start hooping and shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Matt actually does the chorus vocals on Luna Rose as well.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
that's it. That's him you're hearing there.
Yep.
So I'm assuming he does that live then too.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
Cool.
Got a vocal mic.
Man, drummers that sing, I don't know how the fuck, dude.
Oh,
Right.
no.
Yeah.
When I say he's LeBron, I mean it.
Yeah. His biggest inspo is Aaron Gillespie.
Yeah,
Gillespie?
Gillespie from
Yeah,
Under
from
Oath.
Under Oath.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sure. That makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah, so Luna Rose, super cool. I love the tight at the end too. You guys go into this breakdown, but it's like really tight with the kicks. Like the right hand and the kicks are like really tight on the fucking breakdown at the end. And then like one of the guitars is playing like just a simple melodic line over the top.
Yeah.
Very cool. I put drummer as an animal. Them drums, it doesn't matter. Fucking obviously if he's playing them live, dude's incredible.
Yeah.
Because
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
you know, obviously he's not gonna be like cool with a pattern program that he can't play.
No.
Right.
You know, so obviously he's you know, having his hand in that and being able to play that is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
So then we go a few more months. We got Dysfunction. This song is just heavy as fuck.
Yep.
I mean, it just kind of gets heavier, and then you're like, it's probably not good. Oh wait, nope, it gets heavier.
Yeah.
And you're like, wait, no, I don't think it's gonna. Nope, it did. Okay, these guys got heavier. So fucking great job with that. What was the mindset with this song and on 7/6/24?
I would just say we were in the mindset of wanting to kick something out that was heavy, and weren't really focused on like how long the song was. We just wanted something to kind of go in as hard as it could, and then we kind of tried to add a new, or the new metal type vibe to it with the leads that go in like the middle of the song. There's kind of like an eerie lead that plays. I think you could say it's kind of like got like a Korn vibe leading into the ending breakdowns, but we just wanted to give something that the people could get rowdy to and
Yeah.
and get down to and have some fun with it. So it was
Probably.
definitely a fun song writing. I had a lot of fun. There was a lot of emotion on it. Just kind of let it all out there, and
Yeah, you really channel your inner Corey Taylor from fucking Iowa
Yeah.
on that song, bro.
Yeah.
There's some spots where it's just like the
Yeah.
laughing and then
Yep, that laughing part.
Yeah, the blame
Hysterical
everyone
laugh.
else part too.
Yep, just trying to do something
Yeah.
eerie, you know, something I think kind of I was going along the lines like you said, kind of like a Slipknot-y vibe, kind of like a Spite kind of vibe with the
Yeah,
Love
breakdowns.
Spite.
I know,
Mhm.
and just kind of a drivey, heavy song, just to throw it in the
Yeah,
mix.
that song's probably like our heaviest song live, I'd say.
Sure.
Like kids get down, like
Yeah.
when those breakdowns hit. So
We extend the breakdown out live too, so like
Yeah.
it comes in like the dun dun, but we like extended a couple measures so I can kind of like
build it up, a
build it
little
up
bit,
or get
yeah.
people into
Get-
when it
yeah.
drops. Yeah,
Like Pitt Call It.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Great song though. I mean, obviously, I think it's one of your heaviest ones, but
Yeah,
like I said, you can't listen to one of you guys' song and think you're gonna get the whole thing. With
Right.
It. So,
No
and
way.
I fucking love bands like that. So kudos to you for that.
Thank you.
because,
Thanks, man.
that's kind of how I try to approach my band. Anytime I ever write, I want to write a little something different. May sound like the same band because it's all the same guys playing the same
Right.
tones and shit, but like always approach each song with a little bit different vibe. Like I want this one to feel a little more like this instead of like let's just keep writing the same 8 songs over and over. You know.
absolutely.
And then as far as 2025 goes, 8/17/25 Emotional Damage. This one the guitar tones are a little bit different on this.
Yeah, I was messing around with the split coil pickups on it. you know.
Okay.
It came up with a really cool guitar tone, and I just started writing that riff. It just came out, you know. I don't know. It was a lot of fun. I don't know. I was just feeling it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Super cool track. I love the opening riff on it. And then how it comes back and repeats, like I was mentioning earlier. The rap on this one too is really cool, and I feel like your voice has matured, Cam.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
dropped a
from
pair.
either that or all that 420, dog.
Right.
All the stress.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I appreciate that though, man.
But it's good, dude. It's really fucking good, man. It's great. It doesn't sound, you know how I shouldn't say this, but I'm gonna say it. Like I don't know. Sometimes people can get too white boy rap on you, and I just,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
no.
like,
we grew
you
up in
gotta
Flint,
have,
man, so
yeah,
you know, we're a little cultured,
sure,
but not too much.
yeah. But you know what I'm talking about.
I know
like,
what you mean exactly, man. Trust me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can get corny.
They can get really corny.
So yeah, you don't want to, you know, if you don't have to go down that territory, but you never do on any of this, and I really like it. But on this one, I'm like, okay, now the voice is maturing, getting a little more. I feel like you guys are getting a little more acclimated as a band of kind of like really what we're trying to do, like overall, right?
Yeah.
I mean, because that's like 3 years in the making or 4 years in the making now.
Yeah.
So, then this is I'm assuming where the DJ comes in because there's DJ shit on
Yes.
this one, like
Yep.
scratching and shit, right?
Yep.
Mhm.
So like that was actually right when he came in, and we were like, hey, it'd be cool to have like some scratches on certain parts of this, and like some DJ stuff. And that's when Schizo hopped in and was like, this was like beginning stages. He just laid something down. We're like, dang, that made that sound a lot cooler, like that part, you know. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's the first song that Schizo hopped on, and we didn't even have him in the music video. It was like that early on that, you know, we like shot the footage for the video at a live show in Max Bar, and then like we just incorporated him into the song later through the audio. But yeah.
Yeah, and this is his first band like ever. He's never done the turntables at like in any band ever, you know. So
No.
I mean, it was really impressive that he can just hop on and, you know, throw a few things on it, and it sounded great, you know.
Yeah.
So
He's been making
practicing a
beats
lot.
for a long time. His online name is Schizo Beats.
Okay.
So that's how I found him, was through the rap stuff, and just kind of I bought some beats from him and made a connection through that. And
he just happened to be in the area.
Yeah, he's in Flint.
Yep.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, like, and that was like probably 10 years ago when I met him, you know. So, but I was like recent years was kind of planting the seed, like, hey, what do you think about being a DJ? Like, we've always kind of wanted to have a DJ on some like issues stuff, on, you know,
Yeah.
kind of that type of vibe. And he just kind of like, that'd be cool, but you know, never really looked into it. And then I just kept poking around at him, like, come on, dude. And then he one day just snapped and was like, I'm gonna buy some gear and start learning how to do this. And
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
he like didn't know how to do it before I planted that seed in his
Oh,
head or anything.
No
so
shit.
he's like came along really quick, and he's picked up on it, and he fits into us perfectly now. And
He's got a lot of dedication.
He
yes,
does.
He works hard.
He's been working really hard to just because a lot of the songs that we play live, we played the last 2 shows with him live. He don't have no parts on.
Yeah.
So we had to get together and kind of map out how that was going to go because we're like, we can't just have him standing up there. What's he going to do? Just like mascot for half the set?
Fucking hype man.
Yeah.
8-song hype man.
So we figured that all out.
This is my part.
Yeah.
No, we figured out how to incorporate them into our older songs.
Sure.
And you're going to hear that when we drop this EP of all of our older songs. We're going to incorporate him.
Add it on,
older
like
ones.
remaster
it with him in it. So
now, is he gonna be adding anything else besides the turntables? Like any kind of would he do? Because you said you play on in-ears, so are you running backing?
Yeah.
Tracks?
Yep.
Okay, so then you probably don't need him to do anything else additionally as far as sample, keyboard, all that. I know because you can kind of get in that world too, where it's like maybe you just don't scratch all the time, but maybe you
he does
push
some
this button
sampling.
or hit this note or whatever. You know what I mean? Whatever.
Absolutely. Yeah. He's gonna definitely. We have in mind for the future. Definitely incorporating him more than possibly even the backtracks. Just having him be more of that aspect of the band.
Sure.
Big influence, I would say, to us, and even before, like Resistor, they're a band that's out doing it right now.
I was just gonna mention that too.
And they are killing it as far as like. That dude, their DJ, he's pretty much the backtrack on their whole music, and I think we definitely will get more into that point. But I just think they're doing it really good. There's a band called Tala that's doing it really good. It's cool to see it kind of come back around. I've always been a fan of the DJs in metal. So
yeah, I remember going to Warped Tour and watching The Word Alive back when they had like a keyboardist in their band.
Yeah,
you don't really see that anymore nowadays.
Yeah, I think that. I love how everything's kind of coming back around because everything gets played out, and metal's such a niche genre, and there's so many subgenres, and then there's like gatekeepers too, where it's like, that's not cool to do that or whatever. But it's like I think now there's just so many people that play now. It's like just play what you play what you want to fucking play what feels right, play what the other guys want to play in your band, and then do what you may after that, right?
Yes.
Metal can get too in the weeds like that, right? That's not cool anymore, so we don't do the new metal. Like it just died out, you know what I mean? And then you just get further and further away from it. So, but me, I grew up on death metal, and then I just started loving fucking new metal when it came out.
Yeah,
like I loved Limp Bizkit, and then I go back and listen to it. I'm like, some of this shit's kind of corny, like now, right? But when I was a kid, I grew up on Carcass and Death and At the Gates and fucking Cannibal Corpse. So I was listening to that, and somehow I started liking Limp Bizkit. So what? You know what I mean? Like, so what? And then I still like all of that shit. So what? Why? Just like what you like, man.
Exactly.
Play what you play.
Yep.
I agree.
And then we'll just talk about this banger y'all just put out here like last month on the 19th. Quicksand.
Yeah.
Man, this is probably one of you guys' strongest songs as far as like songwriting, production. I mean, this really shows like what you guys are doing in 2026.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking great job with this song. Chorus rules, guest vocals rule. I only have to say that because that's your girlfriend. No, I'm just kidding. no. So don't fucking talk about my girl.
She'll let you know next time.
She would let you know. Trust me.
No, she absolutely knows. Fucking super big fan of her, man. She's cool as fuck. Like I said, she's been on the show. You know that, but obviously, I know how the fucking guest vocals come about now on this one because I was wondering. Obviously, you guys kind of all being from that side of the state, right, is a different thing, but solo on this one too, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It just sounded like it needed one,
Yeah.
I just kind of pieced together what sounds good. I know I didn't, go to school for music theory or anything, so I don't know my scales. I just kind of fiddle around on the fretboard and just hear what sounds good. And so I just kind of pieced together what I thought sounded great, and it just turned out to be what it is now, So,
I thought it was great, dude.
Yeah.
You don't need to know all that shit to write something feelingful and meaningful and melodic.
Absolutely,
it's not necessary to know if it sounds cool, but great fucking song, you guys.
Thank you.
Absolutely great song. Seems like you guys are getting some feedback. I've seen some people talking about this song online too, like other people.
Yeah. Yeah, we had a few reactions done on it. I think everyone's, pretty much in agreement. It is, I think, our best piece of work as far as like a full structured song that kind of resembles what we're about. Um, I think even message wise, like we got our darker songs, from, darker parts of, our lives or other people's lives. But I think more or less when we're writing music, it's to, even if it is dark, to take somebody like, might be in a certain place and kind of like somehow show them that, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Like you just got to kind of put in the work yourself. Like nothing's going to come to you unless you're putting in the work yourself too. Like you
Yeah.
can't just sit around and expect something good to happen for you. You got to put one foot in front of the other and keep moving forward. So that's what that song's kind of about. Just to give everyone a push in 2026 that like, change starts with you, and sometimes you can get stagnant and feel like you're stuck in the same spot, but just keep moving forward.
Yeah, the secret doesn't work unless you take action. You guys know what the secret is?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can wish that you're going to win the lottery, but if you don't play it
Yeah.
or whatever, I mean, that's not
Right.
the greatest example, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
you can wish your whole fucking life away, but if you're not taking action on these measurable wishes that you're trying to fucking do, it's not just going to show up for you. So
Yeah.
Right.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I
Um,
feel like the song is like a real combination of like the experience that we have being in this for like 10 years now with us all 10 plus years, like just kind of the progression that we've made with the mixing, with vocal writing, with songwriting, it's just kind of like a big, final prize of, kind of all that effort we've been putting in over the years.
So
Yeah.
So this particular song, now are we going to see more songs in this vein, or we're just playing it by ear, or
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, we're trying to release an EP with all our new songs on it. That's one of them. Quicksand, Emotional Damage, and then I think we're gonna try and release like 4 or 5 more, on top of that. So
Some really good
But,
ones.
We're
Yeah.
too.
sitting on some good
Yeah.
songs right now. We're probably sitting on the most songs we've like ever have had,
yeah,
finished at one time, and we're just waiting how to do it the right way,
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
We're
and
proud
some
of
of them, are similar, to Quicksand
Yep.
and Emotional Damage, but there's some real heavy ones, kind of like Dysfunction and stuff,
Okay.
on there too.
Cool.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know?
so you still get a variety.
Still
Yeah.
all over the place.
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely.
That's
Yeah.
not going nowhere.
But I would like to see how you guys put something together, like especially if you said you had some interludes and some shit like that. I'm always a
Yeah.
sucker for a little intro, a little interlude, something in between it, just to tie it all together. Because
Yeah.
you guys do explore some of these melodic chorus lines and just like maybe just some chord progressions that are simple, but they're very feelingful. So I'd
Yeah.
just like to see how it all pieced together. Like
Yeah.
I think you guys are probably at the point where it'd be nice to get multiple songs on something to show for yourself, right?
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
We're working on it for
Um,
sure.
What we're feeling. So yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So, with that being said, we kind of went through all the songs. Now we talked a little bit about the writing process, but can we dig into that just a little bit more, if you guys don't mind?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Because I know you guys said you get together, riff around a little bit. I know you send riffs or whatever, but what does that look like to get a whole song together and everybody on board?
Yes. So like when we're not busy with shows, we usually just have everybody come over to my house and we'll just kind of brainstorm. They'll mouth riffs to me and everything. And-
Yeah. Lots of mouthing of
Lot-
riffs going
Yeah.
on.
A lot of bum 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 bum.
But you
Right.
guys like get riff ideas in your head too.
Yes.
that-
Oh yeah,
Right.
and then we bring it to him. But a lot of times he might just come up with something, and we come to practice that day, and we're like, "Oh, okay, Preston,
This
like,
is
we
sick.
see you, bro."
yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll get some stuff started and everything. And sometimes I'll get inspiration just by listening to other bands,
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, my favorite bands to listen to are like Spirit Box and fucking North
Great band.
Lane and
Great band.
era.
yeah, Invent Anime, Era,
Era rules. Yeah.
all of them, yeah. And just start writing, I pull out my, program drums and fucking
You get an idea. Yeah.
yeah.
Hey, fucking, they've done wonders.
Right.
Now, what about you, Devon? Do you bring riffs to the table? Do
Yeah.
you? Yeah.
Usually, yeah. For a good chunk of time there, me and Preston were getting together like every Tuesday or Wednesday during the week just to write before they even got there, try to get something going. And we'd
Okay.
usually get like probably like a minute or a minute 30 of like something really good and cohesive before we kind of start running into the the block of trying to come up with something after that, and that's where Robby and Matt and everybody else come in, really help us get past that hump, because there's a few times where we're stumped. When we get to a point where we're just like, what should we do after this? And thinking from a guitar player standpoint, a lot of the stuff you're just you're also trying to make the riffs meaningful, but not too much. Too much riff salad.
Yeah.
But you still want to showcase your skills a little bit.
Yeah, you don't want to overplay.
Yeah,
because these guys still have to do something over it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And they're not when they're writing, sometimes they're not necessarily thinking about vocals, how the vocal is going to be on this, you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But then we'll come in and be like, hey, let's kind of like open this up more for the vocals,
Sure. Yeah, that makes sense.
We're all pretty good about being honest with each other too. It's like, that doesn't really make sense right there. I think we can do better, or we can make something more creative.
Yeah.
I don't think many people, unless it's like, this is my band and you have some kind of ego and you just want to have some hired guns, but it works so much. It's hard. I'll sit here and write solo shit or whatever, and it's fine. I don't have to argue with nobody. I'm like, this part goes next. Yeah, it does, But when you got other guys, I might have 3 riffs for you, but I really want to know how you guys are feeling about it before I'm like, here's a whole fucking song.
Right.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Because then you're just kind of like, they might be like, it's cool, but then we can do A, B, and C, and then the whole song gets rearranged anyway. So it's just like, well, here's 3 parts we can play with. Let's see what you guys think. And I think it's cool you guys come up with riffs, at least in your head, like, hey, fucking.
Yeah.
So that helps you guys too. So you don't always have to be inspired,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But then it gives you a different idea of like, do you guys play any musical instruments at all?
I can dabble on the guitar a little bit.
So no.
Not to the aspect where I could write a song and bring it to practice.
Right.
But I played bass, in my music. Coming up doing music, I played a little bass, but there's only so much you can do with that sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you were writing like a breakdown or a rhythm, you could use it, but
Like we can like ollie on a skateboard type of thing. You know what I
Right.
mean?
yeah.
Don't let him fool you.
But-
Robby's the motorcycle kid.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go into that.
Oh, come on.
I feel like we have to now.
Oh,
He,
dude.
A lot of people don't know this about Ghost in Motion, but Robby was on Ripley's Believe It or Not when he was 8 years old, jumping 10 cars with his fucking dirt bike.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did.
You can still find it on, if you go on, I think it's on Hulu. It's like
Tubi.
season, Tubi. It's like
Yeah.
season 2.
No
He's still on there.
shit.
Yeah, I did pretty much, competitive motocross for a good portion of my life till I was about 13, and got really into the X Games when I was a little kid. And my dad owned a collision repair shop, so he was good at, had welders and different
Welding and
things.
shit. Yeah.
So I just told him, I was like, I want to jump a ramp, and I was like probably 7 years old, and he's like, really? And I was like, yeah. So he designed the whole ramp, got it all set up, and I did the first jump in his car show. Which a lot of people think jumping a ramp, it's actually safer than actual jumps on a track. There's no ruts. It's the same thing every time. Like in a race, a lot of throughout the day, things will get rutted out and you can get cross rutted and crash. But it's actually really safe. And I've been doing it, jumps bigger than that for, at a real young age. So I did a jump in his car show, and then it caught traction over all these, different news stations throughout the country. And then Ripley's Believe It or Not called us, and I did a segment on there when I was about between 8 and 9. So
That's fucking cool, man.
He opened up for D12 one time as well after he did a bike jump too, so that was pretty cool.
yeah,
Really?
when I was doing a rap
Yeah.
project when I was a little kid, yeah,
Because he was
got to-
rapping at the same time he was doing this bike jumping stuff. So
Yeah.
that was cool.
Yeah. It was 8-year-old kid rap. So
Yeah,
you
sure.
can imagine.
Yeah. Something about the teacher this. And
Oh
that.
yeah. Parents just don't understand.
Yeah. Detention sucks, that type of shit. The real hard knock life,
Mm.
Yeah.
Justin Bieber.
Fuck. The pencil machine ate my quarter.
You're right.
I don't know if you guys had those. You ever had those? They had the pencil machines. You put the quarter in, you get the
Mhm.
little fucking
Absolutely.
fancy fucking
Dang, that-
pencil out of there.
It's flashback.
Yeah. That's old school.
Well, that's cool, man. Fuck. I would lead with that always. Hey,
Yeah,
I
fun
was on
fact.
Ripley's Believe It or Not.
Yeah.
We gotta do some sort of like where are they now for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
just
there you
screaming
go.
in the band.
Yeah.
He's grown up quite a bit since his last jump.
We got to do it like the Office style editing though.
Yeah.
Like where it's just like here, like where you're talking, and it's just like the camera on me, but it's just like following me around doing random things. I'm just like, Like, oh, awkward.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So what, you just got out of dirt biking?
Yeah, just different life things happened, and I got out of the sport, and later on in life, I like to ride Harleys and stuff like that. So, nothing competitive or anything like that. Just chilling.
So what's you guys' practice schedule like? Jam at your house, I'm assuming then?
No,
Or right at your house?
Robby's dad's got, quite a bit of property and a big basement, so we usually go over to his house to practice and everything. And yeah, we usually just write everything at my house, when it comes to songwriting.
We try to get together at least once a week.
Okay.
Sundays.
Sunday.
Yep, at least every Sunday.
okay.
Either we'll do a studio day at Preston's house, or if we got some shows coming up, we'll be jamming live.
Oh. Well, hopefully I didn't fuck up your jam.
Oh,
no.
We did a show Friday, so we probably just gonna chill.
Yeah.
Still hurting.
Yeah, we're all sore right now.
No, I get it. I got a bangover today too, man.
Yeah, you know how it is.
Kills.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck, man. And we play this Friday, then we play the next Saturday after that. So we got 3 in a row ourselves too.
Wow.
Damn.
And it was like,
It's rough.
I'm down to practice. I'm
Yeah.
always down to play. But it's also easy for me to practice at home because I can just put the tracks on, plug into my fucking thing over there and jam. But
Yeah.
my
Right.
drummer, I'm like, you want to practice Tuesday? And he's looking at me like, are you fucking crazy, dude? Like,
Right.
you're not setting all this shit up. Like, what the fuck, dude? Like,
Yeah, right.
well, just have it set up by the time I get there. I don't care what.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm just always like, the tighter we can be. I mean, we played well last night, like I said, but like, you just always, and we're playing with Maul. I don't know if you guys know who Maul is.
I don't think I've heard of
I
him.
never really heard of him. They played here in Muskegon before, but
Okay.
my buddy does shows here at Rake Brewery here in Muskegon.
Okay.
They're called SF shows.
All right.
I can hook you guys up with them if you want. It's a pretty
Please.
dope
That'd be
fucking
cool.
place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he brings in a lot of touring bands and stuff, a lot of like hardcore and punk stuff because that's kind of his style or whatever.
Yeah.
But this Mall band, they're like a death metal band from like Kentucky, but I mean they got like 20K followers and they're on tour and shit, so like they're a
Nice.
decent sized band.
Yeah.
I never even heard of them, and then we were interviewing the one with the Riverbed dudes, and one of the dudes was like, if we weren't on tour, we were going to go see that Mall show, so they've been here before or whatever. My buddy Jeremy's brought them, but I can hook you guys up with them if you want to try to maybe get over on this side, because
Absolutely.
Muskegon ain't the best for shows, but like if you can get a right show over here or a band like that and get you guys on, I've seen some banger shows down there. We got 2 breweries that will let metal happen.
Okay.
The Rake, they book shows there every week, and then there's another one called Unruly down the road. That's a really nice stage and fucking place or whatever. But maybe we can get you guys over here either on one of those shows or, maybe we could hook up a show or something one day.
Let's
fucking
do
jam
it.
with
Yeah,
y'all,
Let's
'cause
do it, man.
That's
You
the
went
one
down.
awesome thing about this. Like, I went to the show last night. It's just like I kind of know everybody now in the bands because all the bands been on the show, so it's cool because everybody's a bro now. You know what I'm saying?
That's
so
super
Right.
cool.
then fucking that I play in a band, I'm like, now I just want to play with all the bands because it's just fun because then we can share the stage and fucking,
Yeah.
Yeah.
we all love playing, we all love jamming, you know.
Right.
So
Yeah.
that's the fucking through line, you know.
Yep.
So you guys say you get together every Sunday. You guys got some shows and shit. I mean, so
Mm-hmm.
we could talk about. I know we got Metal Fest this year, right?
Yep. We got
Yeah.
Michigan Metal Fest, which is awesome.
What else we got in the bank?
May 9th, we're at the Diesel.
Yep. May 9th.
Yeah,
we're at the
Convalescence
Diesel.
15-year anniversary
Okay,
show.
yeah, that's what I thought.
Fight from
I seen something
Within's
else you
gonna
guys
be
were on.
there.
That's dope.
Yep. We got some other pretty exciting things that might be in the works still too. We can't really say anything about,
Sure.
but
Absolutely.
we got stuff going on. We got
Nice.
actually a lot of people hitting us up for shows lately, so it's pretty cool.
So we said we got Michigan Metal Fest coming up, so that's dope.
Yep. We're playing
Um,
Michigan Metal Fest.
Convalescence, talked about some possible opening slots for you guys.
Yeah,
Yep.
yep. Some potential bigger shows that we'd be opening for. Yep.
What are the venue?
Oh, I was just going to say, we're just waiting to hear back from tour management for a show up in Cadillac at the venue.
Okay, cool.
Going at the Crowfoot as well.
Oh,
too,
yeah, Crowfoot as
possibly.
well.
Is
Really,
that all that remains one?
yeah, yep.
Okay,
All
sure.
that remains Dead Eyes and Born of
Born of
Osiris.
Yep.
Okay, that's sick.
So,
That would
fingers
be really
crossed.
sick.
Right.
Yeah.
What are most of the venues that you're kind of playing on the east side of state then?
Shoot.
Like the
Sanctuary?
Diesel before Sanctuary.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, we play the Sky Room in Bay City sometimes.
Sky
Okay.
Room.
Yeah.
I guess the Crowfoot,
Crowfoot.
I guess you could say Pontiac we
Yeah.
played.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
Crowfoot.
Was that was that kind of like a local show, or was that like a show for opening?
We've a couple of them where we've opened. It was like the one was Dying Fetus and Chelsea Grin.
Okay.
We've opened for Attila and Jinx there as well on main stage. And
Yeah, we did a direct support on that one.
yeah, that was sweet.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering, because sometimes them Crowfoot shows are weird. I've been to a few
Yeah.
shows there,
Yes.
and they just pack so many fucking bands on there, and
Yep.
there's 3 rooms going on, and like,
Yeah.
like especially like when they did the I think it was this tour actually, the
Yeah,
Chaos
the
and Carnage
Carnage.
there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because the dudes in Living Dissection, I wanted to see them play, but they played at the same time as like Vitriol, and it was like,
Oh.
dude, fucking, I'm sorry, but I bought these tickets kind of to go see these bands. I didn't realize they were putting all these locals on.
Yeah.
But
at
then
the
you put them
same
in that
time.
weird fucking front room thing too, where it's like, I didn't even know that room existed because I only went upstairs and downstairs.
Yeah.
I didn't know they had a whole nother fucking room with shit in there either, because I
Yeah.
only been there
Verner's
3 or
room.
4 times. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
The Verner's
So
room,
yeah,
that's what
so
it's
even if
called,
I was
yeah.
looking for them, I was like, so sometimes playing shows there can kind of get fucking a little squirrely. It seems like,
Absolutely.
'cause
Oh,
there's
yeah.
just too
Yeah.
much going on. Almost like it's like, I get it. You're trying to pack it. You're trying to sell the tickets. Like, I totally understand the business model.
Mhm.
Sure.
But as a guy that wants to, maybe see the homies band, but also wants to see the band I bought tickets for, it kind of sucks they're playing at the same time. Like,
Right,
yeah.
like,
It is really awkward.
so
Yeah, overlapping sets never. It's never my favorite thing to do. But like you said, I understand the business side of it. But at the same time, it's like, man, wish it didn't have to be that way.
Yeah,
But, you
yeah.
know.
Well, I seen the Bleeding Through. It was like 20th anniversary of This Is Love, This Is Murderous there, and they only had the top and the bottom going,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and it was dope as fuck because then you could just go upstairs. That band was playing while the other one was setting up,
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
and then,
Yeah.
so that makes it perfect because
That's
then I could just
fine.
always be watching a band the whole time. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yeah.
But when you do this, like all bands playing at the same time, and it's all over, and then you got the third stage in the front, it's like, that's too much for me, man. I don't-
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I agree.
And then it's hard to explain to somebody. It's like, hey, we're playing at this venue, but you got to go in this room. Don't be mistaken with the other rooms. And,
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
so-
Yeah.
Still a pretty dope ass place.
For
Yeah.
sure. I love that
Oh,
building.
yeah.
It's just a cool building.
We actually had to play that little small Verner's room like
Did
a
you?
year or 2 ago, and I
I
remember,
was fucking
Devo
angry
was
about it.
not
I was
happy about
so
it.
mad about it.
and we're like, dude, whatever, we're gonna
I was
kill
like,
it.
man.
So it ended up being like one of their coolest shows, just because it was like bar fight. It was so
Oh, it's packed.
packed.
People
in
were
there.
jumping up on the
nice.
bar and crowd surfing
Oh,
through the
yeah.
area.
Fuck
It
yeah.
was nuts.
Oh yeah, I was a little angry that day when I was
After
like,
the
"We're
show,
playing
we
it
were
here?
like-
Like, what the fuck?"
Yeah.
Why did you assume that you were playing at least on a stage?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, "There's a fucking garage door behind us."
It worked out though
Yeah.
because one of the bands had, I don't think it was full overload and sets that festival or whatever they were
Mhm.
having. It was only like 2 minutes into each other band's set.
That ain't bad at all.
You know what I
then.
mean?
Yeah, that's straight.
So everyone come out of the Crowfoot, the ballroom, and there's the Verner's room is right there where they have like a garage door that will open up and the patio's open.
Mm.
So everyone come out of the ballroom, and we had just started our set. So like people were literally watching from behind the drums, like all in that big area out there
Yeah.
to smoke. And then people were all in the bar. So it was honestly, it turned out to be really cool. We had a lot of the national bands like standing on the side watching us.
Sick, dude.
Yeah, like
Mhm.
Vampires Everywhere. Their drummer was watching us, and a few of the other acts that were there. It was
So
pretty
It
sick.
was a cool vibe being all
Mhm.
packed in like that.
Yeah,
so.
it was real intimate.
I do like that rake place that I was telling you about. It's like that too. It's like walk in, there's not a stage, everybody's just right there, and it's just like packed as fuck. It's like a
Yeah.
hardcore show. You know what I mean?
Oh,
It's just
yeah.
like,
Yeah, exactly.
And some shows like that are the fucking coolest. You know,
Yeah.
It was,
Music
yeah.
Factory's cool.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
But
Yes.
sometimes, like, my singer likes to go out there and get right in the fucking crowd and shit too. But when you have the barrier and shit, it kind of makes it hard, you know?
Yeah.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
you got
Yeah.
a 5-foot drop to
Get a
the
wireless
crowd.
mic,
Yeah,
something.
Like
So-
pull a hammy.
yeah. So with you guys, I know you guys got a lot going on, running businesses and everything. Is touring something you guys think about, or on the agenda, or what? Like,
Yeah.
is that a thing for the band, or
It's
what
on
do
the
you think?
agenda.
Yeah,
Is it?
It's coming
Yeah.
up more in conversation, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
We just started breaking out of the state, so we just started playing Ohio. We're trying to get into Indiana and stuff, and
Yeah.
trying to extend our reach a little bit. We just played Michigan shows most of the time for
Yeah.
most of our
Yeah.
career, pretty much.
Sure.
So
Yeah, that's also another weird thing. It's almost like the single thing that you guys did. You know, you got to kind of take baby steps, start getting outside, start networking with other bands, so then you can do
Yes.
some show trades.
Yeah.
some stuff like that. You know what I mean? Getting those connects in those other cities, whether it be, down in Indiana or Ohio, or like some of these bands that are a little bit closer, and then you can start expanding out. Because it's hard just to be like, and I've known a lot of bands. We're playing in fucking Texas this week, and that's cool.
Mhm.
But is people going to be there in Texas to see your band? You know what I mean? Because you can go on tour. Anybody can go on tour.
Yes.
You can book some places, but like having a successful tour, people buying your shirts and like wanting to follow you on social media and caring about your next release, that's a whole different fucking ball game.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So
yeah.
and I don't have any. I've never toured. Maybe when I was younger, because it is a young man's game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Being away from your fam, fucking not sleeping in your bed, eating fucking ramen or whatever the fuck.
Whatever you got.
Yeah, making it work. So
yeah.
I always just like to ask that, because some bands they're like, maybe do some weekend runs. Some bands maybe they'll just play around.
Yeah.
That's kind of like me. I'm an old dude, so like I just want to play maybe once a month or something.
Yeah.
I just want to fucking throw down once a month.
Yeah.
It's always been a bucket list thing for me to go on tour. I've never been on tour either, but this is the first band I think that's actually trying to take it more seriously and like trying to, extend our reach, like I was saying, and get out there.
Yeah.
And everything.
We definitely want there to be like, that's I think why we're thinking we're working towards more of the promotion, because we want there to be like a demand for us of some sorts to like come to other areas, which the areas we have been going to, there has been, like people are reaching out. We heard from this band, like I said, the dudes in Splinters, they've been going around a lot of different areas.
Mm-hmm.
They're always plugging us in. They're the homies. And that's just how this all works. I think, like you said, the networking, just meeting new people, getting out there and having conversations. And sometimes it's hard, when you're in the flow of the show and all that, but it's been, we've definitely been working towards trying to get something together to where we can hit little legs of runs. You see bands doing that now. They'll be like on certain dates of a band's tour.
Yep.
They'll have, we're totally like game with doing something like that for sure, to like start out and see how it works, because last thing you want to do is book like a month tour and then you just head over heels like 1 week into it and you don't know what's going on and you ain't got money.
Absolutely. Yeah, and you just want to be home and realize it's not for you.
Right.
My buddy Dane, I don't know if you guys know Dane. He plays in If He Dies, but he's actually the drummer for the Verb Pipe.
Okay.
So he's on tour with them right now, and they're on tour for like 30 days or something.
Yeah.
So
wow.
that's the
a
longest
long
he's
tour.
been gone. He's
long
got
time.
little kids,
Yeah.
so like there's always kind of like, oh, that is 30 days away,
Yeah.
So, but yeah, man, I think you guys are doing everything fucking right. And, if that's something that you guys want to do, just keep working towards it. It's all about that networking. And like you're saying, sometimes it's hard. Like, that's why I love doing this pod, because last night I knew all the dudes so we could have conversations or whatever. But say you go play with some bands that you don't really know, you might be like, hey, good show or whatever. But we're not really kicking it because like you're worried about your shit getting set up. Like it's hard to kick it at shows. You know what I mean? Like
yes.
yeah, like we can have a touch point and be like, those guys seem cool or whatever, but you don't really kind of get to know anybody, because I can't sit there and jab with you for 40 minutes at a show because we all got shit to do. We're all moving around. Well, is this dude? Oh, he ain't even fucking here yet. What the fuck is his deal? It's just all these weird moving pieces constantly at a show. You know what I mean? Or, so it's always, if people think you're just hanging at a show, it's not really, that's usually not how it goes. You know? Sometimes you get lucky and maybe get a parking lot hang, but usually it's always like fucking, go, move the equipment, fucking get out the way, next band on, whatever. You know, everybody's kind of busy doing their thing. So
yeah, you're outside talking, but you want to be in there watching the bands and support. And it's not, that's why Rob from Atwater actually, the sport.
Rob's awesome, dude.
He is.
He's a fucking grinder and hustler too, so I respect the shit out of him.
Dude, he is. He's a super good dude too. And I know he has like little get together barbecue things where he has different people from bands come over to his house or whatever, and they play video games and just network and talk new ideas. And I think that's honestly a really cool idea, because like we're just saying, it's super hard to do that at shows a lot of the times. And when you're done, it's like midnight and you got to work the next morning. Or, it's just it's very, very rare do you get a time just to really kick it like after a show and hang out for all times of the night. So
I feel the most guilty, like even especially last night. I couldn't watch all the bands.
Yeah.
2-hour drive, solo drive by myself.
God, that's rough.
So then we play, and we're done at 9. So I watch one with the Riverbud. Then I watch a couple songs from Never Ender. But I told those dudes, I said, dude, I'm sorry, I can't.
Yeah.
It's like by the time I get home, it's going to be 1 o'clock. I got a podcast at 10 a.m. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My body gets me up at 5 a.m. no matter what. I could go to bed at 4:34, and I'll be up at 5 a.m. just because that's what my body said. You know what I mean? So I don't do the sleeping in or catching up. I don't work like that.
Yeah.
Right.
So I was like, sorry, dudes, I have to fucking go. Like,
Right.
you know what I mean? I let them know ahead of time. I feel like a dick because I want to watch all the bands.
Yeah.
But sometimes you just can't, man.
You
You
can't.
know?
Yeah.
You got shit to do, you know?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Absolutely.
2 podcasts today after that. You know what I mean? It's like I
Yeah.
want to not be completely fucking dead. Like I want to be somewhat present.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Not over here yawning on you guys like, what the fuck, man? This guy was bored as shit. All right, so what's next for you guys, man?
Just getting big shows. We're dropping this EP or EPs possibly. More singles. New merch coming out here soon.
Better presence online. I feel
For
like we do a
sure.
lot of we keep a lot of our focus is writing the music. We need to split off and do a little more online stuff, getting our presence out there known. But we just take a lot of pride in our music and our live show. So
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
we're just to the point where we've done everything that we can kind of do for what we've been doing, you know, as far as got to a certain level. And, you know, we hear so much like you guys just need to do a little bit more in this area and you'll land bigger things. And we're not trying to be like a sleep token or anything like that, where we're taking over the world or
Sure,
anything
sure.
like that. We're just trying to like get on good festivals, you know, and that all comes with a following. Cause a lot of times for these bigger festivals, they won't even look at you if you don't got 10,000 Facebook followers,
absolutely.
10,000, you know,
Yeah.
they won't even look at your, you know,
And you know how you get 10,000 Facebook followers? You got to stay consistent and making fucking content all the time.
Exactly.
You know, because
Exactly.
It's hard if you just do.
so hard.
Here's a live video from our show from last month, and then
Yeah.
35 days later, you post another thing from this show. It's like, for one, Facebook don't want to see that, so they're not going to
Right.
show that shit because you're
Yeah.
not fucking obsessed with their platform, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But and then it's like, as a band, how do you make shit content all the time too? It's like, how many fucking playthroughs can I do or what? You
Right.
know, it's
Right.
like, so you got to think of new and
Hard to be
creative ways to
creative.
do that.
Yeah.
And I would say the nice thing about the pod is like a batch of content.
Yes.
So I'm not trying to think of one thing every day I'm trying to post, you know, like
Yeah.
you got to almost like, instead of a writing session, we're going to get together and brainstorm content today. And like,
Yeah.
what's that going to look like? And then we get to get together a day and film it all for each other or with
Yes.
each other.
Yeah.
And then we have 15 to 30 pieces of content for the next 30 days or whatever. You know what I
We've
mean?
been doing that same
Absolutely.
thing,
Yeah,
man.
but
We've been
a lot
trying
of
to-
bands don't kind of think like that. They think they got to come up with something new every day or film some fucking crazy half of, you know, fucking Spielberg movie or something. You know what I mean? Like,
Right, yeah.
people just kind of want to fucking, they want to even this podcast, it's not the most highly produced, but even this almost looks a little too produced sometimes, I think.
Yeah.
People just want that raw cell phone in your face video anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like they just
yeah.
want to like be, because it's all that IRL shit. Like it's
Yes.
almost more the in real life Twitch streaming. I'm right there
Streaming,
with you
yeah.
shit, you know?
Yeah.
So that's why they like the low quality shit too. You know, they don't even have to be super fancy. So,
Yeah.
um,
It's just like a luck of the draw. It's like there's like an information super highway that's flowing above you, and you're just throwing stuff up there to try to see if it sticks. Because something just completely out of the ordinary might stick. Like there was a video of Preston mixing mastering, and he was like siphoning in through different tracks or whatever, and he was like on the keyboard. And we just put a random video out, and it just got like tons of views. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? It had
it
like
was
nothing to do
weird.
with our music
Yeah,
or anything.
yep.
It did have to do with the music, but it was just so random.
yeah.
And it just caught
Yeah.
in the algorithm, and it's got like 100,000 plus views on it. Just him going.
And,
That's something
and some
like-
clip of a music video that you guys spent $1,000 on and spent fucking 9 hours just filming
Yeah.
it.
Right.
And somebody spent 10 hours editing it. You put it in a line, it gets 12 fucking likes.
Yeah,
and you're like, what the fuck, man?
exactly.
Dude, it's just like,
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like, I
That's
don't get
something,
it.
That's something that's just weird. Like Bill Murray was talking about it. Like he did
Love
that same
Bill Murray.
thing with like a really like creative music video, spent a bunch of money, and then like the next video he did was just like him in his yard with the lawnmower or something,
Yeah.
and that one got like way more views.
Yep.
And it's just like
Yeah.
simple
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, you don't even know. And it's hard because, you know, you guys all seem like really intelligent individuals at this table. Obviously, I was with musicians. I think they have a different level of intelligence. You know, I'm not saying no, other people don't, but that is also what I'm saying too. There's a lot of dumb fucks out there too. So like the dumbest shit, like people will like, you know what I mean? Because you don't really know, because we surround ourselves with like-minded people, you know, for the most part.
Yeah.
And you just don't really realize how there's just a lot of dummies out there. You're like, this person gets the vote even? What the fuck, man? Like,
right.
You know what I mean? Like,
absolutely.
You know, 2 out of 100 people are just the dumbest fucks out there. So, you know, like, you don't know. And unfortunately, sometimes those are the people that are going to be fans of your music. Like, not discriminating. Like, love my shit. That's cool. But, you know, like, I ain't hanging out with your ass. I'm just saying. So, I guess you never know what fucking people will pick up on, man. It'd be the dumbest shit.
Yeah.
You know?
People's attention spans are really different these days.
Yeah.
What they let their attention go to.
All right, dude. So we're going to wrap this thing up. Is there anything you would want to say that you'd be remiss if we didn't bring up about Ghost in Motion?
I'll start with Preston.
Thanks for having us on, man.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
Sure.
It was a pleasure. It was my first podcast ever. So.
Cool, man. Well, if you don't
do
do any other ones, you're welcome to come back for a second, my man.
Oh, yeah.
Sure, we'd love to, man.
Yeah.
Sure.
I remember you said when you heard Unity Peace, you're like, oh, don't look like they have a bass player. We're working on that. So.
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
sure.
Yep, we got that in the mix too.
Yep,
Okay, so it is 6 guys, not 7.
it's 7 in total with our bass player that we're adding.
Okay,
right?
okay, I got it.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yep, he just had some life stuff going on, so he's living in North Carolina.
Yes.
North Carolina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His name's Casey. Actually, he plays in Splinters too. He's the bass
Oh,
player for
okay,
Splinters.
yeah,
Yep,
okay.
Casey.
Then I was like, that sounds very familiar. But I remember them dudes when they were on, they were talking about him because he's not playing with them right now.
Yeah,
either,
yep.
because he
Yep.
some kind of surgery back, something or another, had to go down south to get taken. Okay, makes sense.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's gonna help us out in that position
Okay,
when
cool.
he comes back.
Nice.
Oh, just to say thank you, and we appreciate you doing this for the metal community around here and in the state, and just keep it up, man. It looks like you're doing something cool here. So,
Well, thank you, dude.
Absolutely.
I appreciate that.
Yeah,
very
this
much.
has been really cool. Like we said, we appreciate it, and just want to say thank you to everyone that's stuck with us from the beginning. You know, all of our fans, everyone, even with this All That Remains thing, like everyone chimed in and said that they should check us out, and we just don't want to sound like ungrateful, wanting to have bigger things. We're really grateful for everyone that's rocked out with us, and they're sincere fans and that just always been there for us and bought a ticket, some merch, and just thank you everyone, and appreciate everyone rocking with us.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I love that. I'm sorry. Was you gonna?
No,
I didn't mean to
you're
interrupt.
good.
Like,
I agree with what he's saying.
Okay, sure. I didn't want to stop your thought.
No, you're good.
Oh no, I absolutely love that, man. Like, without the people that fuck with you, but there's nothing wrong with wanting bigger things. You guys have been doing this for a while now, man.
Absolutely.
So now, it takes a while. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what are you guys approaching? 7-8 years now with the band ish?
Yeah.
in that range.
Right?
Yeah.
Something like that.
6 or 7,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
now
we've
is
been
the
doing
time
music,
to, you've been hustling, you've been grinding, you've been getting your shit out there. You guys have been consistent with singles,
yeah.
right? Like,
Trying
at
to
least
be,
you've been putting
yeah.
out one thing a year.
Yeah,
Some bands
right.
go 2 years without shit. Even my fucking band, we recorded 3 songs in fucking 2024, and we only put one out in 25, and now we're here almost 4 months into this. So, but the
Yeah.
split is coming out soon, but probably in the next month. But yeah, shit just
Nice.
takes time, So
Yeah.
you guys have been consistent. You guys are doing everything right. You guys got high quality shit. You got a great formula to your music. I really like it. If that's what you guys are set out to do, that's what you're doing. Like, you're giving me a lot of different flavors. You're incorporating all the right things, keeping a little bouncy new metal rap feel in there,
Yeah.
which is fucking cool and for nostalgia, but you're also not afraid to venture into these other avenues, be melodic, be heavy, and all those things. And fucking, to me, that speaks a lot to me, because that's the kind of music I like to listen to. That gives me a little bit of all kinds of flavors. You know what I mean?
Appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Appreciate you having us on, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. So
you.
thank you guys for your time. Thank you guys for driving all the way out here. I'm absolutely flattered that you guys wanted to come on the show. So
Hell yeah.
I appreciate that. You guys are welcome back anytime. So when you get some new shit, let me know. We'll get it lined up and we'll go from there. And
Absolutely.
so with that being said, make sure you guys go check out Ghost in Motion, doing a lot of big things, fucking Michigan Metal Fest and a lot of other shows. So, and yeah, much love. Keep it metal. Peace.
Peace.
Thank you so much for checking out the episode. Be sure to hit that like button and give us a share.
Yeah, and if you enjoyed our podcast today, please give it a rating on your streaming service to help us gain some exposure.
And if you really enjoyed the show, please give us a follow or hit that subscribe button and come hang out with us every week. And remember, keep it metal.